Hey, my name is Mike, and this is a too long didn't read guide for the MOTHERLODE dungeon. The coin-operated crowd pummeler does static pulse, which is an AoE that puts a 6-second dot on everyone and knocks them back. Shocking claw is a frontal cone directed at a random player. Move out of this. Small bombs will spawn around the room and detonate after 15 seconds, dealing damage to everyone and putting a stacking 15-second debuff on them that increases all damage they take by 50%. If you stand close to the bomb, you'll see an arrow based on where your character is facing. Face the boss and then click the bomb to punt it at him. He'll take damage and get the 15-second debuff on him instead. The debuff stacks up to 5 times. The boss will also spawn piles of gold around him. Move at least 16 yards away from these or else he'll eventually absorb them and do more damage per pile. On Azeroth, if you want, the ads around the boss can be CC'd by your group and or with the 2 totems off to the side. Any free ads will chase a random player. If they hit you, you'll get a stacking 10-second dot. When the boss does Resonant Pulse, he will cause every active ad to do an AoE to anyone within 20 yards, indicated by the scorched ground beneath them. He'll also do Azerite Infusion on one of them, which will free them of CC and increase the damage they do, but also the damage they take. This infusion prefers ads that are not CC'd though. The ad that gets infused will become larger in a lighter shade of blue. Throughout the fight, the boss will also spawn more ads. Tectonic Smash is a frontal cone done by the boss that knocks you down momentarily. Face this away from the group. On Rixa Flex Flame, don't stand in the yellow puddles nor the swirlies. 2 players will get a 10-second dot on them called Chemical Burn. Dispel this. A random player will be targeted with Propellant Blast for 4 seconds. This will push them away from the boss. You should stand near the yellow puddles and then move out when she's targeted someone, because this will also push away any puddles hit, giving you some of the space back. On Mogul Razdunk, there will be orange swirlies of varying sizes that spawn throughout the fight, and you want to avoid all of them. A random person will have a homing missile shot at them. It moves slowly at first and has a large radius, so make sure you run this far enough away so that it doesn't explode on anyone else. When the boss does Gatling Gun, he'll slowly rotate while firing, so just don't stand in front of him. At around 50%, the boss will put a shield on himself and fly up into the air. Sky Scorcher ads will spawn for you to kill. They like to jump around from time to time and cast Buster Shot, which just hits the tank, and Concussion Charge, which can be interrupted. A random person gets targeted with Azerite Heartseeker, indicated by this red line. Whoever gets hit first takes a lot of damage and has their healing reduced by 33% for 8 seconds. So if you're the healer and get targeted, just stand behind anyone else in your group. The boss will be targeting random people with Drill Smash, indicated by this arrow above your head. If you have it, stand on one of the bombs that looks just like a pillar. Once the boss has locked his position, you can move away. When the boss hits a bomb, you'll go back to phase 1. That was a too long didn't read guide for the MOTHERLODE dungeon. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and consider following me on Twitter. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.